What's going on, y'all? So in this video, we're going to be going over this free Steam demo for Wildlife and the paid Patreon version of Wildlife. In my other videos, I've been seeing a lot of people be like, "Oh well, they got a free Steam demo on Steam. Why would I pay to play the Patreon version when I can use the free demo?" And I'm going to show you because there's quite a big difference. If you look at the bottom right screen, I have the Steam demo open right now, but we're going to bounce back and forth in between Unreal Engine, the Steam demo, and the Patreon version. And the Steam demo is in Unreal Engine 4. The Patreon version is in Unreal Engine 5. So we'll go to each destination and compare the looks and the different builds that they have. Because I will say there are some interesting things in the Unreal Engine 4 build that I like compared to the Unreal Engine 5. But overall, in my opinion, Unreal Engine 5, the newest version, is way better. We'll go over the animation count, we'll go over graphics, lighting, textures, and we'll compare, just like I said, different areas of the map and see how the builds are actually kind of different and what their ideas were for each version. So yeah, let's get going. All right, so right off the rip, you can already see just the lighting's different. Um, the textures don't really look that great compared to Unreal Engine 5. I mean, the Unreal Engine 5's textures aren't the greatest either because they aren't fully rendered yet. They're more like low resolution LODs, if you understand what LODs are. They're more like um, less detailed distant objects. So the further you are away from an object, uh, this a different version of an object called the LOD is what shows up. So it's like, let's take these trees for instance down there. Usually in most games they have LOD, so there'd be different textured versions of each item, and each item has more detail the closer and closer you get to it. So in a perfect world, when a game's completed, if we headed towards these trees, as you get closer, a different version of that tree would load with more detail. So what it looks like in this build and the other builds, because they're not finished yet, is they're just LODs for now. Low resolution textures, just so it's easier to place trees where you want, try to get that look of the environment, and then start adding textures and better quality items as you continue with your build. But anyways, yeah. So quick look here. You can see the lighting's different. And what we'll do is we'll hit each different village and each different area from Unreal Engine 5 that I showed, and we'll see the difference in build and look quality. So here we are in Unreal Engine 5, and as you can see, the lighting is a lot better. It makes the textures pop a lot better. You can see the grass here is the texture is a little better, but as you can see, the trees, their leaves aren't exactly the way, like they're not as detailed as the one in Unreal Engine 4 because, I mean, obviously Unreal Engine 4 had more work put into it, and now they're porting things over. So they're basically just trying to catch Unreal Engine 4's detail up to Unreal Engine 5. Or sorry, Unreal Engine 5's detail up from where Unreal Engine 4's was. But you can see just the lighting itself just makes this game look so much better. And I'll try and do a side-by-side like picture in this video too, so you guys can get an idea. So, I'll try and match the scenes up some. But yeah, so you can see a little bit more detail. The lighting just makes everything look so much more better. Just the way that it reflects off of things, the Unreal Engine 5's lighting's just it, lighting alone can make a game look so much better if it's done right, and this is done perfect. All right, back to Unreal Engine 4. So we'll head to the little cavern village I was in, that I usually start my videos in. Next. Okay, so as we come in, you can see the water. Reflections of the water is not as nice. The village, you can see they're actually using different architectured buildings compared to the one I use in Unreal Engine 5. So you can see that they had a different view, or what the heck? You can see they had a different look for this village compared to what it is now. So let me get a quick little flyby, and then we'll switch to Unreal Engine 5, and we'll take a look at the differences in vision that they're going for here. Do a quick little flyby here. You see the water quality is different, and this looks like it's low resolution water too. So I mean, they probably have water looking nice in this, like they would on Unreal Engine 5. The water is definitely more complete in Unreal Engine 5. Like I said, you start with low resolution stuff, get an idea of what you're looking to make, and then start, increasing the quality from there. But so that's this village. So let's hit Unreal Engine 5, and yeah, we'll go from there. So as you can see, the water looks a little better. Like it reflects light off it much nicer. It's got more of a texture to it instead of like that just smooth glass looking effect. But it's definitely got more work to be done to it in Unreal Engine 5. But like I said, it's not something they're going to really be worried about right now. They're just trying to get more of the, I don't know what you want to, just the look that they're going for first. And as you can see, the architecture here for the homes here, way different than Unreal Engine 4. And it looks more natural. This looks more like what you would actually see here, with the wicker slash straw type of houses. And it makes more sense versus the architecture they had for the last one for Unreal Engine 4. But let's just try and get a nice little flyby again. Try and repeat the same path we did in the other one. And again, you're going to get some stutters with this one just because they still have some stuff to do, but it's not as bad. But you can see they definitely put more detail in. This looks like the main house that we were at in Unreal Engine 4, so let's just stand over here and just get a look. Now you can see the lighting. It's way better. Just how it reflects off the hair. The skin. Let's get a little closer. I probably should have did this in the other one, but just like the way that the light reflects off the character. The skin texture shows a lot better. The skin texture. I was showing off the skin texture. But look at that. Look at the lighting, man. I love it. Love it, love it. Great improvement. Definitely happy that they switched to Unreal Engine 5. Because not a lot of people will go through that much effort. Once they got a game made, they're usually like, that's it. We're going to go with this. And yeah, so again, I don't believe it's a scam. They've put too much work into this to want this for this to be a scam. And like I said, I'm trying to keep the lighting in the same spots in the sky so we can get the same, look in time. But yeah, all in all, this is a major improvement from Unreal Engine 4. All right, back to Unreal Engine 4. Okay, so now that we've hit Unreal Engine 5 and we've gotten a look at that area, let's go check out the starting base area here. So as you can see, it looks a lot different. Looks way different. And actually, these things here, these look like drones. I've seen mini versions of this in Unreal Engine 5. So I think these things had a purpose, and then they're repurposing it for something else. Because I see these before, but they're really small, like actual life-size mini drones that hobbyists would use. But you can see they just got a layout of what they kind of wanted the starting base to look like. But yeah, so it's a very big different look compared to what it is now, though, that's for sure. Do another quick little flyby, and then we'll hit Unreal Engine 5. Take a look at that. So another quick flyby, maybe a still image here. Alright, I'll see you in Unreal Engine 5. Alright, so just like the other one, I'll try and follow the same path, and we'll get a peek at the difference here. So you can already see, they got trees and stuff here that weren't really the same. And it looks like the base is a lot closer. They moved the base closer than it was in the other one. And as you can see, it's way different. Before they were just basic squares with these giant looking RC drones on them. And now we've got actual buildings with actual interiors. I've shown these off in another video, so I won't go through it too much. But yeah, way different, way different. Big changes here. I want to do a 360 like I did in the other one, but I don't really know where I could pull that off to get the best look. But yeah, so let's do a quick little 360 here. As you can see, major changes. And again, just overall much better, much better. And I can see why it's taking them a little longer, because I mean they're almost starting from scratch. It looks like they're redoing villages and bases and stuff. So, it's not gonna just happen overnight. But yeah, all right, back to Unreal Engine 4. Okay, now that we hit Unreal Engine 5 and we're finished with that, we'll hit the next village. I believe might be over here. All right, so we'll hit this tree village here. I call this the hidden leaf village. These are all in the trees here. And we can kind of get a look. This actually almost looks the same, so I don't think they really changed much for architecture-wise here, or layout, because everything here looks the same. Even the actual textures, because they haven't gotten the texture in this yet. You can see that the trees, the foliage looks a little better here, just because it looks like they've almost fully textured the trees here. As you can see, they got individual leaves instead of just big solid green shapes. So we'll go up to the main tree, call this home tree. Let's just hit up here and then take a look at the map below. So again, we'll do a little time lapse with the lighting, just so we can get an idea of the lighting. Like I said, clear my throat there. Unreal Engine 5 definitely was a major upgrade in looks, in my opinion. And I really appreciate that they actually did that. Look at that. Way better. Much better. And I'm going on a little rant here. This is another reason why I don't go along with that bullshit story people are saying about this game being a Patreon scam and it's never going to be completed and they just want you to keep paying money. They wouldn't go through switching into another engine and then updating that game beyond what this is now. So that bullshit about, oh, it's a scam, I don't believe that for a second, man. There's too much passion put into this in detail. That's my little rant for now. We'll probably talk a little bit more about that later, but we're going to check out the next village. Alright, so I tried to copy the same approach, and as you can see, lighting looks way better. Now I'm probably going to get a few stutters here because I've had performance issues in this area before, but as you can see, the buildings still seem the same. So this is definitely like going to be a major area in the game. But yeah, everything's still here. But as you can see, like these trees, see how they're not fully textured or rendered? And that's because they're still trying to get the quality back up to where it was on Unreal Engine 4. But you can see that just the lighting alone just makes this game almost look on par with that without even having it textured yet. So like in the other one, we'll fly up to the house here. or a little platform up here. And we'll do a quick little time lapse like we did with the other one so we can see how the lighting affects the landscape. Whoosh. So yeah, and let's check out the lighting. Just trying to get the same position. And here we go. So we'll take flight. And just much better. And yeah, back to Unreal Engine 4. Okay, so here is the next village we're going to take a look at. And I'll try and keep the sun in the same position as well, just so we can get an idea the lighting's the same and try and get image for image. But as you can see, some of the buildings look a little different. But the general idea and layout of the map looks the same, just other than, the lighting and stuff. Not much has changed to the actual land mass and its shape here. Everything still seems pretty much the same. But there are some areas where it looked like some things were changed, like layout-wise, like the geography. Let's land in the middle of the circle here. Do a quick little 360. Enjoy both views. And now we'll jump to Unreal Engine 5. Alright, so now we'll make our way to this village. And as you can see, the layout still looks kind of the same, but there is a lot more water here now. So all of this at one point was open grass field, I believe, and now they've added more water around the edges here and kind of made little islands instead of having this just mostly grass. So that's kind of a big change to the area. And then we'll do a quick little flyby like we did before, and then we'll do a little 360 around the center of the village. But you can see the buildings look different, and yeah, just the landmass looks different. They added water. Alright, so this is kind of basically where we were central-wise. There's no warp stone in this one, but yeah, let's just do a quick 360. So major changes here with the buildings and stuff. So as you can see, more trees. They've added like a fenced in area kind of. Buildings are all different. Water. So we got some major changes to this village here. And alright, back to Unreal Engine 4. Alright, now that Unreal Engine 5 is done for this one, let's head to the next village. Alright, so actually, we got this little village here I almost forgot about. But one major change here is you can see the forest here looks way different compared to what it is in Unreal Engine 5. Unreal Engine 5, all of this is gone, and there's just all kinds of different unique looking trees and giant mushrooms here. And the geography looks like it's a little different too. It's not as, it's more flat versus here, which is more hilly. But we'll check this little village out real quick, and then we'll probably do a flyby. So let's do a quick little flyby of it. Warrior Village. So, do a quick little 360, and then we'll jump in Unreal Engine 5. Alright, so as you can see here at the Warrior Village in the forest, we've got some major changes here. Different trees, big mushrooms, and I think they relocated the village a little further over, because I don't recall it being this close. But you can see just huge changes to the landmass here. Much better. Looks way better. I like the look here. A little water and a little bit of cave system here. And then, yeah, Warrior Village looks a lot busier here. And I mean, it could be in the same spot, and just the geometry just makes the game look like it's just totally different. But, like, as you can see, let's do this 360 here. The village looks way different. Everything was on a flat plane. Now there's houses on elevations up by there. And, you know, I've got the structures are bigger, and they've got that they look almost like the color maybe they're looking for. And again, the trees, different types of trees, and all that good stuff. But yeah, so that's major changes to this village too. All right, back to Unreal Engine 4. All right, so now we've seen this in Unreal Engine 5. Let's head to the main village I was actually going to go to. And like I said, this here is way different, as you can see, compared to Unreal Engine 5's map. Although I do like how lush the game looks. And actually, you know what? I need to apologize for something because I wasn't being fair about something. So the stuttering issue I was having. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. But yeah, what I was trying to say was the stuttering issue I was having in my other videos. I hadn't realized that you have options to pick between DirectX 12, 11, and then there's a thing called Vulkan. So if you don't have DirectX operating system or anything like that on your computer, you can use this thing called Vulkan, which it's not as effective as DirectX. So I figured that out, that it was changed to that. So when I switched it to DirectX 12, my performance got better. So it's not so much all of an optimizing issue it seemed from them, but yeah, I just thought I'd say that piece there anyways. But yeah, so this village looks different. Texturing and the colors different, so it looks like they were going for a different look here. And another big change is you can actually go underneath. I don't think I noticed this in the oh shoot, I don't think I noticed this in the other build. Maybe it's like this underneath too, but I didn't notice this little cavey cliff area here underneath you could fly under. It could be in there, and we'll find that out when we check out the Unreal Engine 5. But yeah, again, like the foliage, like just when the game's complete and you can see how dense and nice the forest is, yeah, it'll look really good. But we'll do one quick flyby on the outskirts just to get a better look. Again, we'll try and follow the same path in Unreal Engine 5 so we can get the same look and see what the difference is. And where are we going to land here to get a good 360? I don't know if we can really get a good 360 here because of I don't know if this exists in Unreal Engine 5, but we'll land right here for now. No, so we can't really get a good view here. Let's go on top of this here. Maybe I'm not sure if this building still exists, but we'll do a 360 here. And Unreal Engine 5. Alright, so when we head to this other village, we will follow the same path. So again, we can get an idea of how the lighting looks in the areas that we've traveled to in the other video, or other version. And yeah, there's some major changes to this village too. And as you notice, there's ships in the sky in this one versus Unreal Engine 4, which didn't have any. But to be honest, it almost looks like they shrank. They shrank the size of this village. Because the other one looked like it was more densely populated with homes. But it looks like there's more detail put into here too, though. Because the other one, I believe where this field is, or like in this area here, there was more houses, but I could be wrong. But you can see they changed the color scheme of this village, and they've added more foliage, and they're adding bushes and trinkets and odds and ends here. And let's see if that cave place was down here. I don't recall it being down here, but yeah. See, so they got rid of these little cave areas here. There was little. You could go underneath here, and there was just a tiny little cave system there. It wasn't crazy or in depth or anything, but it looked kind of cool. You could go underneath like the landing here, and it looks like they got rid of that. They just filled it in. So that's another change there. And I kind of missed that. It actually kind of gave it a nice little aesthetic look. But yeah, it is what it is. Is this build? Okay, so I think this building is the same one we did a 360 on. Yeah, it is. Oh, got some stutter in there. So yeah, well let's hit a 360 here. And again, the water quality over there still kind of matches what was in Unreal Engine 4. Yeah, so we got some big changes here too. Different colors. They changed some of the landmass. And I think they, like I said, I think they downsized the actual size of the village, like with all the homes and stuff. I could be wrong, but yeah, back to Unreal Engine 4. Alright, so you can see the differences in there for Unreal Engine 5. The next place we'll hit up is the desert area in the crashed spaceship. Okay, so as we approach the desert area, as you can see from Unreal Engine 5, there's a huge difference here because there's like nothing here. There was this deep cavern of mining and like infrastructure and tunnels. There's none of that here. Like right here, you could go deep down into some caverns, but none of that's developed here. And if we go this way and beyond, again, it's not really developed here neither. What do we got here? Just a random little. Yeah, they don't have anything done here, so they must not have been part of the plan until they hit Unreal Engine 5. So we can go down a little bit, but there's no water, there's no structures, there's no buildings. As you can see, the other one was full of the other one was full of just cranes and blocks. And this is really barren. But you can see what they were starting to develop. You can get an idea of the concept they were going for in here. Where would that big temple be if it was here? Let's see here. Huh, I can't even find it. Like where it would be at. The temple that leads to the actual desert. Where would that even be at? Maybe it's not here because there's the desert. And the building would have been about here or here, I believe. That's odd. Alright then. Well, let's find a place to perch up and we'll check it out in Unreal Engine 5. Now we'll go up to this tall rock here, I think. Give us a better idea of the look. Splash. Oh, you can see the crash ship from here too. Alright, so 360 isn't really going to do much justice here, only because we're looking down. So we'll just do a little view here. So usually this is where you would come in, and then yeah, this is that area. And Unreal Engine 5. Okay, so here we're approaching where I was kind of confused at first. This area is not where the temple was when I originally came here, but you can see we got some major changes here to the landmass. Looks like they're starting to build like some little bases. You can see they've added more depth in, more intricacy to this area here. You got that. I'm not sure what that is. And they're starting to add like structures here. So this was like this is kind of where that like little circle spot was. As you can see, it's more detailed now. There's like this little round island in the middle of a ditch, and you can see they've just added all the detail and texturing to it now. And it looks like they're adding, I don't even remember seeing this in my other one, so this is new to me too, but it looks like they're adding a village here. Cool. So you can see we've got some major changes here. And this is the area I mistaken for the temple area. But you could fly right through here and it would take you to the desert, so I'm not even really sure what's in here, to be honest. Oh, just a little room in here, I guess. Nothing crazy. Nothing super duper fancy, but we got this building here. Let's check this out. Ooh. Okay, I see what they're going for here. Nice. Alright, well let's head to the desert part and where the temple area is in the crashed spaceship. Back to Unreal Engine 4. Okay, so that was Unreal Engine 5's version, which you can see the major changes was made here compared to this version. Now I'm wondering, can I get to the desert this way? Oh, look, I can, yeah. Huh. So, yeah, there's like no temple. Oh, wait, what do we got here? Oh, okay. Oh, wow, this is real different. So this is where the temple was originally. Let's get a little shot of that. So this is where the temple was originally. First person view. So let's check out the innards, because it doesn't look like there's really anything in here to check out, but we'll take a peek at it. So yeah, there's nothing here. There's no structures, there's no inner workings, there's no egg chamber. And, oh wait, what's this? Oh wow, okay, this is way different. Oh, what? There's a hole down here. So this is the location of that big, I don't know if you want to call it temple, but it's that big building I showed where we went inside and there was the egg chamber and the boss fight location. Oh, look, they got a warp stone here. So yeah, this was supposed to be a major area here too. Alright, that's way different. Way different. And so if we head to the temple kind of area here in Unreal Engine 5, see we got some major changes here. Bam! So that's way different. It's more than just a crack in the first one. So check out the screenshot. Look, and just the textures in between. Look at them. They're way different. And if we check into the innards in this one, even though I've already done it in another video, but we'll show you, it's not just a basic little thing here. We've got a huge structure inside, as you can see. We can keep going up and up. So there's a lot going on here. Egg chamber. Still don't know what that's for. Keep going, and it keeps going until we reach the desert. Oh wait, this looks different. I don't remember this. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, so this is like that temple area that I was looking for. Like, holy, look at the changes here. Compared to the other one, texture's way better. Crazy, crazy detail. Crazy. So just on the approach, you can see that this is different. This wasn't in Unreal Engine 5. So all these stalagmites, I'm sorry, or no, stalactites I think these would be considered. These weren't here. I'm not really sure what these just look like they were just randomly placed here. I'm not sure if this was supposed to be of any significance or if they were just trying to get an idea of what they wanted to put here, but yeah, this definitely wasn't here in Unreal Engine 5. It's nothing crazy, but it's definitely different. You know, it looks like the crash ship is different too, in the actual type of ship that it is and layout. Because it looked like there was something here. Can I get a first-person view? There we go. See if we can get a first-person shot of this. Oh yeah, well, we got a warp stone here, so this was supposed to be another key area too. Let's take a look at the ship, because this ship looks completely different too. Oh wow, it's like really different. It's like rusted. I don't even think it's an actual ship. It's just what's the remnants of a ship. Oh wow, look, it looks like there's supposed to be a village here. Okay, now that's different. Oh, okay, I get it though, because there was kind of a village at the start of the Unreal Engine 5 one, but I don't remember this cave system here neither though. So this is definitely different. This was a pretty massive ship, it looks like. There's parts of it over there. So let's try and get a little... I don't even really know if I can do like a typical comparison like I did before. So we'll just fly up in the air and get an overall look and height and just see the layout of the land. Alright, so yeah, we'll just get a quick little view of this from the air. And then we'll check it out in Unreal Engine 5 because it's definitely different. Like huge changes. I like how busy this area looks though. Like all these caves and little structures. But yeah, so let's check out Unreal Engine 5. So on the approach here, you can already see we've got a major change here. Those stalactites or stalagmites, whatever you want to call them, aren't there anymore. But we've got a major overhaul to the crash ship from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5. As you can see here, if we go check it out, there's almost like a settlement outside of the crash ship, on top of it being a whole new model for the crash ship. But we've got some workings here. Maybe a village is going to be here or something. But yeah, the other crash ship was just rusty pieces. But as you can see, we've got like a full ship with a cargo bay with cargo everywheres. Again, I've shown this on other videos, but you know, we're doing a comparison here. So there are inner workings to this. We can go up an elevator shaft and whatnot, but I'm not going to go through all that just for the sake of saving some time for the video. Just going to show the model of the ship because it is different. As you can see, very, very different. Let's get the cockpit. Way out there, and there's no like front part of it in the water here. This is a huge ship, man. I'm interested to see how well it's going to look and how intricate it might be once it's completed. But yeah, so we got some major changes to the crashed ship. There's no longer a settlement inside the crashed wreckage of the ship from Unreal Engine 4. It looks like maybe it's developing outside of the ship at the back here. So huge changes here as well. Back to Unreal Engine 4. Alright, so that was Unreal Engine 5. Um, land mass wise, map wise, I think that's pretty much all of what's really noteworthy. So what we'll do now is we'll go over animation counts in NPCs. Alright, so now we're going to get down into the nitty gritty of the animation count for one. So if we go here and we would go to create a scene, you can see the numbers for each character in their animation counts. And as you can see, the animation counts are tiny. 2, 2, 2, 6, 2, 2, 6, 4, 6. There's not very many, from what I can see, that are in like the double digits above 20. And most of them are in single digits. So Max and Maya, they're the two main characters. So of course they're going to have the most animations. But I think in Unreal Engine 5 there's like 100 and something total scenes. So yeah, you can see there's not very many. Max and Shay, 81. I think Shay's supposed to be another key figure. But you can see the average numbers are more singular than they are in the double digits. So the animation count's definitely down, that's for sure. Way down. Like way, way, way down. I think there might be like 3 or 4 times as many in the new version as the... Okay, so now if we go to animation count here, um, we'll see a lot of more animations, more bigger numbers here with the pairings, and there's a lot more characters here. So the animation count's gone up quite a bit. You're seeing a lot more double digits than you are singles now. Like Max and Shay, look, 132 compared to, frig, I think it was like maybe 50. And then Max and Maya should have a huge count. If I can't find Max, Maya 149. And then Max and Shay, I think they had them. I think they might have had more. I don't know, almost the same amount, but the list just keeps going. You're seeing a lot more double digits, and you're seeing more characters. So holy. This just keeps going. Customization wise, you can see the menus different. And again, just the lighting. The lighting doesn't do this game justice in Unreal Engine 4. Custom. And it's cool that they still share the way that the game shares assets. You can still kind of see the things I've made from Unreal Engine 5, and they still show up here, which is pretty cool. So they must share the same asset folder. But clothes wise, there's not as many clothes, which isn't like the biggest deal. But for customization, we've got a lot more clothes here than before, and you can see the menu's different too. The menu's been changed quite a bit. But if we just slightly take our time scrolling, we've got a lot more outfits to choose from. As you can see, it just keeps going and going and going and going. You can have a protein-filled belly. So if you had too much, see, you got full from Your body receiving too much protein. How about, yeah, we'll say that. There's too much protein there. And you can just see, yeah, the list. They added a lot of clothing. It just keeps going and going. Stop bouncing. Going and going and going. Oh, good lord. Yeah, there's a lot more clothes. Again, animation count is way down. Graphics definitely a step down in the demo version. Um, so we went over animations, animation counts, anyways. Customization. I think the amount of NPCs. Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at this. Yeah, the the like player NPC count is way down. Like characters they've made, they're way down. So there's not as many characters. We have the spawn count here. So the spawner here. And you can see the list has gotten pretty long for characters they've added. And there you have it. So, final thoughts. For one, and I've said this a bunch of times throughout the video, I absolutely do not think that this is a Patreon scam. Um, like I said, just the fact that they switched from Unreal Engine 4 to 5, they didn't have to do that. The levels, the world that they're creating, they didn't have to do that. If this was just supposed to be some FAP simulator, they could just give you a little simple cell room, or an even tinier world, just one little cell where you could do whatever the hell you wanted, versus them setting up all these villages, redesigning entire areas from Unreal Engine 4 to 5, adding the amount of characters, adding the amount of detail, um, adding a story to it, a playable story. Just there's just too much effort put into this for this to just be a scam. These guys aren't Microsoft. These guys aren't PlayStation. They don't have millions and millions of dollars backed by these companies. So yes, of course, every 2 months they're going to release a new version, and it's going to cost 10 to 14 bucks for it. And like I said, you don't have to buy every version. You sign up for your Patreon, you get the current version, and then after that you don't have to pay for it again for another 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Wait a couple updates, jump back in after a couple updates like I did when I first covered this a year ago, and then I jump back into this a year later and I got a year's worth of content to discover. um, no, the game's not complete. So yes, you're going to see issues. The textures aren't going to be the greatest. Level design's not finished yet. Story's not finished yet. Scripts and dialogues aren't finished yet. So it's not a finished product. But if you're into creating, if you're into community created content, it's limitless. There's so much to do, so much to create on your own. If you want to put the time and effort into it, you can make your own little game within this thing. There's just so much to do. Even if there's no, like, if there is a story, but even if the story's not finished yet, or if the combat's not fleshed out yet, there's still a whole lot to do in this. And like I said, there's still the whole other side of the animations that I can't show you guys. And also, when it comes to the animations, they're not just animations. They're not like all these other so-called adult games. They're not. When it comes to the animations, they're not flash images. They're not GIFs. They're not looped videos. They're interactable, if that's even a word. Interactive animations, meaning you control the animations, you control the transitions between different positions. Putting things in other places where you want. You do that when you want. You set up the timing. You can set up when it's going to happen. You can set up how often they'll change positions. You can control the animation speed, or the scene speed, or the impact. So like, are they going to hit? Are they going to, harder, softer? What else? Um, there's just so much you can do with the animations. These just aren't simple video loops, GIFs, or flash images. Like, these are actual interactable scenes where you control pretty much every aspect of what your character does. So Yeah, I can't show that obviously, but like I said, it's not like all these other games because I did some research. Other people were talking about, oh, this game's like this game and this game. No, no, it's not. I've seen those other games, and literally, they're just scenes where, like, if when an adult scene happens, it just plays in animation, and the most control you may have is you're able to change the camera angle. But with this, you're able to change everything, positions, like I said, position, speed, impact, a bunch of other options. I can't really remember the names of them. They got names for them and stuff. But yeah, these aren't just simple animations. You control pretty much everything. Um, but there's a lot. There's a lot to do in this game so far, and that's not even with the story. And so I'm most likely going to keep getting the updates. I'll keep paying for them. I'll keep updating you guys on the game. We'll keep going through each new version and seeing new parts of the levels and the development that's happening, what's going on with the story. I might play some of the story just to get a feel on how the development for the story feels. But other than that, I don't want to delve too much into the story because I don't want to ruin the story for myself when it eventually comes out. But cover map design, just the changes they made in maps, characters. We'll go over animation counts, and just anything that's worthwhile. I feel is worth letting you guys know what's going on in the game. So I will keep continuing to get the newest versions to keep you guys updated on what's going on. And I'll also keep posting community content videos on here and stuff that the community is coming up with. And yeah, so in my opinion, is it worth paying the 10 to 14 bucks for the Patreon version versus the free Steam version? Absolutely. Absolutely. As of right now, this game in its current form in Unreal Engine 5 and the progress they've made towers what you can do in Unreal Engine 4's Steam demo. There's so much more content in the current version versus the Steam version, which is 2 years old. So, in my opinion, it's worth the 10 bucks every once in a while to check this game out if you want. Even though there is a free version on Steam, it's not that great, guys. So, that's my opinion. That's the comparison between the two games, map-wise. The vision of where they were going and how that's changed, and all the updates they've done with characters, animations, and all that other stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.